Hi to everybody that's joining us right now. If you haven't heard of me before, my name is Brittany. I'm known as Nailgasms on Instagram and Facebook. And today I will be teaching you guys a couple relatively simple animal print nail art. I feel like a lot of people want animal print in the summer, and it feels like by the time quarantine is over, summer will be here. So I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get on here. Sorry if things are a little wobbly. I got a new stand. Let's see. And I just pinned my information. So if there's any product that you see today that you really like, which I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like all of it anyways, because it's all amazing, but you can use my code NAILGASMS. Now it is spelled a little differently than you may think, NAILGAZMS, and that will save you 10% off your next order. And feel free to, share the love if you want to follow me. I have a video currently on how to do this zebra nail, but I don't have a video on this. So I will be posting this live to my Instagram after this is all over, as long as I don't forget to save it. So if I'm almost done with the video, somebody please remind me to save this video, all right? So I am gonna go ahead and start off with the zebra nail. And I'm going to go ahead and do a base of this guy right here. It's called Whiteout. Now, obviously, if this was on a real client, you would do all the prep work. You would, use a base coat if you're doing a gel manicure. If you're doing acrylic, you really don't need that base coat. Now, Whiteout and Blackout, which I have on my fingers right now, they're actually the first two gel polishes I ordered from LUXA, and guys, I am amazed. The creamy consistency is great, it's full coverage, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the light. And while that is curing, because we all know things take forever when you're seriously waiting for one nail, feels like 60 seconds is an hour. Now, I like to use a tile. I'm not sure, I think I've seen other people use like foil or the back of a foam paper. I'm going to put some of this, which is the Noir Gel Pod. This is great, highly pigmented, great for designs. Hi, Daniel. That's my boyfriend, everybody. And I'm also taking LUXA's number 2 brush. This is the Ultra Liner brush. Let's see if it'll focus. There you go. These bristles are great, especially for the zebra print that we're going to be doing today. Let me wipe the excess alcohol off my tile real quick. Now, I've seen some other people's Instagram live videos, and from experience, if you guys see the comment section on the bottom, and if it does get in your way, go ahead and click it, and it'll actually take away most of those comments and leave maybe 1 or 2. So it'll take less room on your screen. I haven't heard anybody actually explain that to people yet, and when I realized it, I was like, dang, this is a game changer. So I just put a little bit of that on the tile. Now that's just one coat. Crazy, huh? Especially for a white. And for the nail to be see-through, you honestly can't see anything through it. So I'm only going to do one coat of white just for time purposes. But of course on a client, you're more than welcome to do, multiple coats. So I'm trying to hide the comments, but it won't work too much on my end. Let's see. I have it on my iPad. Let me see if it works on there. Bizarre. It did work yesterday. Let me move my hand up. Does that help? I will try to stay above the comment section, and if I don't do a good job doing that, please just, raise your hand and let me know. Oh, good. Rosanna, I'm glad it worked for you. Oh, it kicked you out. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I like to drag my brush through the paint. And bracing, I usually brace on my client. I don't know about you guys. And zebras have a really pretty pattern. And they're all different, right? So honestly, it doesn't matter if your lines aren't perfect. I like to start off with a bit of a V shape. And I squiggle my brush as I go. Now you can push down for wider strokes and pull up for softer, thinner strokes. You can use the tip of the brush, the side of the brush. And I chose to do this on a really big nail, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's great because you guys can see the detail, but it's bad because there's a lot of lines to draw. So I know whenever I watch nail art videos, I'm always asking, well, how much are you going to charge for that? Is anybody wondering how much you should charge for this nail? Take a guess. I want to know how much you guys, how much would you charge for a zebra print nail, seeing how much effort goes into it? Throw some numbers out here. $60. I hope that's for the whole gel manicure, not for one nail. Although one nail for $60, that would be nice, right? In our pocket. $5 per nail. I am gonna flip this upside down. Now I understand when we're working on our clients, we cannot flip our clients upside down all the time. I do flip my clients because it does help me work. But there are those clients where they're a bit more particular or they're not as flexible. 2 nails for $7 at the lowest. These better be some baby nails if you guys are only charging $7 for 2. Although I know that pricing does differ depending on where you're located around the world. Speaking of which, why don't you guys let me know where you're viewing from? I'm gonna flip this around. I have to use 2 hands to flip it because if not, knowing me, I would totally just stick my finger into the gel, which I've done so many times before. Utah. SoCal, hello, Houston. Thanks for joining us today. I know that we're all on quarantine, but I'm sure there's a million other things that you could choose to do right now, so I really appreciate that you're here with us right now. $10 a nail, I see. Pricing for the set, but it shouldn't for art. Now for me, I would charge based off of how big the nail is. Some people have really, really big nail beds, like really wide. Some people have really narrow nail beds. Some people have super long nails. Some people do really short nails where it's like barely above the hyponychium. South Florida, Sweden. Ooh, hi. So if you guys are just joining us right now, I am doing a zebra print, if you couldn't tell. I'm pretty sure everybody can tell though. This is pretty simple. I know that some people, when their clients ask for nail art, they're like, you know what, I'm not great at drawing, or I'm too nervous to, do nail art on my clients. Now this is great for those of you that are a little bit nervous, because honestly, if I can do this, talk, look at my phone, look at the nail, shake because I honestly haven't had enough to eat today, or like you guys that drink coffee and you're in the salon and you're shaking, this is perfect because being shaky does amazing things for this design. Hi, Lana. That's my little cousin. She is a huge supporter of mine. She's always watching my videos, commenting on things, sharing. Alright, so I am almost done here. If you guys are following along with this, or if you do a recreation of it, you know, say put your own twist on it, or happen to purchase the products, or you already have the products, go ahead and tag us at LUXA, and also tag me, because I would love to see what you guys create. Okay, how does that look? Does that look okay? Where can I purchase that stand, the tips, and the glue to stay on the stand and nail? So I won't go over that right now since LUXA doesn't sell it, but feel free to message me on my personal account and I can go over that with you, and I can actually send you some links as well. Although I will say that I only had one stand, and shout out to my little brother. He made me these awesome Lego stands. Super cool. And I actually use glue dots on top. So that's what I've been using for like press-on sets. So that's just a added bonus right there for you guys. Now while my zebra is curing in the light, I'm going to start on this cheetah print. I know that this is multitasking, but I know that all of us nail techs are capable of multitasking. I wanted to ask, does the LUXA shine work good with chrome? That is an excellent question, and to be honest, I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely will later today, because we've all got a ton of time. Super cool, your brother's adorable for that. He definitely is. Granted, he is 20 going on 21, but he is amazing when it comes to Legos and being creative, and he's super helpful. So I am painting on the base for the cheetah nail. Oh my goodness, thank you. I have tons of Legos. You're always so helpful. You're very welcome. Yes, I mean, at a time like this where we're not allowed to leave our house and Amazon shipping takes forever, you gotta do, make do with what you got. So for the cheetah nail, I am using the color Tart. This is from the Sugar Love collection. If anybody knows me, I do not like nudes, but, this is when I say but, these nudes are amazing. Now, they have the same consistency as whiteout, but they're just so luscious, and it's full coverage. They're amazing, and they honestly look good on all of my clients. So, this is another color from the same collection. It's called Candied Chiffon. And I'm going to put some of this onto my tile. Oh, thank you so much for saying that it does work and it's perfect. Now, going back to this guy, I know it's a lot of switching. So I am going to use my LUXA Shine that we're all talking about right now. This is an amazing top coat. Super shiny and stain resistant. So for all of you guys out there that have colored hair or have clients that are hairstylists, I highly recommend this. Normally I have really vivid hair. Now, since it's quarantine and nobody sees me, I'm not worrying about my hair. But normally when I do worry about my hair, this top coat is the bomb. So if you guys want it, you better go order it because it's always selling out. That is super shiny. I'm going to go ahead and cure that in the lamp. And then once that's done, the zebra nail is all finished. So again, this is one coat of Tart as my base color. And you guys can do 2 coats on your clients in the salon. I'm only going to do 1 for right now. And for this one, I'm actually going to use LUXA's number 4 brush. Now this is called the detailer brush. It is shorter than the ultraliner brush that we just used. Let me show you guys both of them so you can see the difference. So it is a little bit shorter, it is a little bit thicker, but this is going to be good for the cheetah print because I want to be able to pick up more product. Since instead of making fine lines, we're going to be making, in my opinion, they kind of look like random splotches. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect. And I honestly have such a difficult time with things not being perfect. Like, to draw oddball shapes is not my thing. I'm like, okay, well, if I put a shape here, there should be one here, and then, oh, that one looks a little squarish, and that one looks a little triangle-ish, and I overthink it. So the secret here is do not overthink it. Now, I will rotate the nail a little bit, which I know on our clients we rotate them, you know, here and there. But for the purpose of filming, that way you guys can see what I'm doing, and to the gel, I don't get the gel everywhere. I like to do the print a little bit off the nail. I feel like it gives it a more realistic look. Obviously, this doesn't look like a real cheetah, but I mean, it doesn't look like the print ends just on the nail, you know? And if you're doing this as a whole set, it almost looks like it continues onto the nail next to it. And do another little guy in here. Now do keep a little bit of space between your splotches. This will be important later. Go ahead and cure that. And our zebra is all done. Check that out. Super simple. The black is really pigmented. The white, even though I only used one coat, you honestly can't tell. This looks better than 2 coats with some other brands that I've used in the past of white. So if you're looking for a really strong white, I highly recommend you guys get LUXA Polish Whiteout. Now, for those of you that are wondering, oh my gosh, wait, I missed it. You know, what color did she use? What brush did she use? All of that. I will be posting to my personal Instagram later, and I actually have these notes right here. So I will be posting that for you guys, and also if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. So jealous. My nails are looking booty right now. I think that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what kind of booty. Although I only think about food, so to be honest, you say booty, I think about Pyrex booty. I'm always thinking about food. It is so bad. Yet us nail techs, we never like stop to eat. So the next color that I'm using is Fortune, and this is another gel art pod, the bad kind. Well, hey, after this video, you won't have to have booty nails. You can do whatever you want, switch up this design. Honestly, say like Valentine's Day or something, you can sneak in a heart on your spot. You can sneak in a heart in your zebra print. Say you have a client that's going to Disneyland or Disney World, you can sneak in a hidden Mickey, because who doesn't love that? Now, I am taking Fortune and putting it around the edge of my dots, kind of feathering it down. These do not have to be perfect. Where am I located? I am in California. My shop is in Chino, California, and I live in Pomona, California. And for those of you that are not anywhere familiar with California, let's just pretend I live in LA, because that's what everybody that lives anywhere near LA says, right, guys? Oh, New York City. I have never been, and I would love to go one day. Obviously not right now, but one day I would like to go. You guys able to see this fine? I'm trying to focus on the nail, but also make sure that you guys are getting some good video. All right, so when I move it in the light, you can see it's going down the sides. Now this is of course optional. If you don't want to add gold, you don't have to add gold. If your client likes silver, you can honestly throw in silver, although with the shades of nudes, I would recommend gold. You live in Paris, California. You say you're sandwiched between LA and San Diego. Nice. So still using the number 4 brush, I am going to pick up the leftover noir from the gel pod from earlier. This is what I used for the zebra nail if you missed that. I like to make sure that I leave the cap on even if it's not fully screwed on, just because if you have it in front of your curing lamp, you're going to cure your whole pot. And also the lamp that I use for my desk will slowly cure the gel over time as well. So it's important that you guys cap those. How many days has it been since you guys have been in quarantine, wherever you're at? I am going to get a little bit more of that noir. A month. Oh man. 3 weeks. Now for cheetah print, I like to go around the nail. Again, being a little bit shaky actually helps during this. And it does not have to be perfect. 18 days. Oh, yes. It's such a strange time right now, but at the same time, I'm kind of getting used to it, and I'm liking all of these social media live education opportunities. Everybody, I'm pretty sure, has asked for a break in the past, and you guys, this is the break that we asked for. So honestly, try to take advantage of it as much as you can. Such a light touch. Yes, this is me trying not to smush my paint too hard, because then I will get it all over and way too thick. Now, I like to do some of the outlines in 3s, and then I like to do some in 2s. We will never take time or life for granted again. Yeah, that's for sure. Or takeout. Being able to sit at a restaurant. Oh, I miss that. Alright, I am almost done. Some of the lines I like to touch the spots that I created, and other ones I try not to touch the spots. Are you going to save this live? I've only just joined. Yes, I said in the beginning that somebody please remind me to save this, because honestly, before LUXA told me that that was possible, I didn't know you could actually save your lives. So somebody please remind me to save this, because if not, oh my gosh, that would be terrible. So I am switching over now. I'm going back to the number 2 Ultra Liner brush. Now this is the same brush that I used for the zebra print. You're very welcome, Carrie. And I am going to drag these out. I see it came together good, right? Now, if you think this looks good, just wait. Now, that light touch that you were talking about earlier, I am going to ever so lightly feather this down. Now, these do not need to be perfect. That's what's so awesome about all the designs that I'm showing you guys today. These don't have to be perfect. Sorry, I think I went out of screen there for a second. Now, I switched brushes because this one's thinner, and I want these lines to be thin. I'm going to add a little bit more gel, because I want some darker lines in here. Now, you can ask your client to tip their hand upside down. I always tell them, I'm like, roll over, as if they're my dog. And it's funny because my clients will actually flip their hand and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So again, just feather every line. Oh yes, this is tedious. So let's guess how much we should charge for this. Now, of course, again, it all depends where you're located, what your regular prices are, what your rent is. You know, that's really important too. When you factor in pricing, you need to think about everything. So satisfying. Yes, it is. Now, if only this was on a real client. Silently cries. So I'm going to flip this over. Now, this design is definitely more intricate than the zebra was. So I would definitely charge more. When I talk to my clients about designs and pricing, I tell them that it depends. Pricing depends based off of how many colors we use, how intense the design is, how much skill level is involved. And it's funny because clients always think like, oh, drawing lines are so simple, or they think that straight lines are simple, or they think dots, like super tiny dots, or making a pattern out of dots, they always think that's so easy. And I think it's hilarious because they have no clue how difficult these simple things are. Okay. Are you guys enjoying this? Just joined. What's the gold you used? It's gorgeous, isn't it? And I just feathered it on really lightly. So can you imagine doing a whole nail with that? It is called Fortune, and it is the gel art pod. Now again, for those of you that have just joined, I will be putting a list of all the items that I've used on my personal page. So if you want to head over there after this and give it a follow, I will be posting that later today. Now I take a little bit of black and I go around and darken up some of those lines. They know now. Yep. I actually held a party for my clients after my first year of being open, and we did a paint night. So everybody got to paint a wine bottle. And this was totally not planned, but everybody was like, oh my gosh, it is so hard to draw a straight line on this curved surface. And you know what I told them? I was like, you know what, guys? Now you know just how difficult it is when you ask for these quote-unquote simple things, right? And after that, they were so much more appreciative of all this quote-unquote simple art that they asked for. So glad you did this design. I've been wanting to see this done. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you're here with us, Sam, to see this being done. Now, I know everybody has a little bit of a variation of it, so hey, if you decide to recreate this, please tag us. That way I can see it and be inspired by all of you guys' amazing work. Now, what I'm doing right here is I'm going in and filling in some of the gaps with black. Now, these are just random shaped spots again. Everything is super random and organic. I think it needs a little one right here. Don't go overboard though, because if you do way too much, then it's just like bam in your face in a bad way. So I put that into the light to cure. We are almost done, you guys. It has only been 30 minutes and I have talked you through 2 designs. So I know 30 minutes sounds like a long time, but of course I was talking you guys through it, giving you guys instructions, showing you guys the different products, and honestly in a salon setting, this should take not that long per fingernail. So once that comes out of the light, I am going to use the same number 2 brush. Again, this is what we used for the zebra lines or the zebra stripes. And I like it because it's really thin. If this camera would focus. There we go. And remember how we used Fortune, which is that gold shade, and I put it around the edges? I put it around the edges of Candy Chiffon, which is the color of the spots. Now I'm going to pick up that gold. And I'm going to add a bit of highlight to these black spots. Now, I am not covering the whole black spot that I made. I am just going around the edges, feathering it in a little bit. And I feel like that gold makes a huge difference on those black spots. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. And look at these comments. Dragging the black makes the cheetah print look higher and cheetah. Yes, it does. Now, we want to do anything we can that's simple, that makes things look super high-end, expensive, classy, fancy, right? So your clients don't have to know, how simple this actually really is. And you can charge a lot for these guys. Yes, the gold definitely pops. When the light catches it, I love it. And once that comes out, sorry guys, I hit my mount. I'm going to be using LUXA Shine Top Coat. This is our No White Gel Top Coat, and it is stain resistant. I have to tilt mine because I've been using it so much, and I left my full bottle when I had to run out of my shop, which I'm sure a lot of us left a bunch of stuff at our shops that we now regret. Now I'm just going to go ahead and top coat this. I love the last step of top coat. It brings everything to life. PXN 10132. So my account is Nailgasms. Right now, LUXA has given me access to their account, and the way that we've been doing it is that all of us have been able to come on here, borrow the account for a bit, and do the live. So I'm not sure if everybody else saved their lives. You would want to check on their Instagram pages. Oh, that's an excellent idea. Would you guys like to see these designs in matte as well? I'm sorry, I know you guys can probably hear me sniffling. I am not sick or dying. I mean, yeah, it's just allergies. I have allergies all year round. So, since you guys mentioned matte, this is LUXA's famous Velveteen Matte. It is a no-wipe top coat, which I love in mattes. And the best part is it is stain resistant, which is amazing. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to do, how about I do half of this matte? Now this is not going to be a perfect line by any means, but I will try my best to make it somewhat perfect. Oh, well, I covered a lot more of that tip than half, but you guys will get the point. So Zebra is in there curing half matte, half shining. This is the finished look for Cheetah. And I will also do this guy half matte. I love my client's reaction when I am doing a matte top coat and they realized that, oh, matte's a top coat. Because I have clients that are like, well, can you do that color in matte? And I'm like, yes, I can do any color you would like in matte. Now, not all colors look good in matte. I had a client actually ask me if I could matte their glitter, and I was like, I don't know about that one. And I had to explain to her that glitter's supposed to be super shiny, and matte kind of does the opposite of that. Now matte looks really cool over foils, which LUXA has a wide variety of nail art foils. So if you want to check those out on their page, feel free. And my code NAILGASMS applies to the whole site. So if there's anything you want, you can use that code and save. And I believe we still have free shipping. So make sure you take advantage of that right now. All right, guys. Oh, these look so cool. Check that out. Half matte. Look at how that gold shimmer really pops on the mat. Do you see that? Ooh. And here's the zebra. What do you guys think? Do you like matte? Or do you like shiny? Matte? Shiny. I feel like we're at the eye doctor where they're like, do you like 1 or 2? 1 or 2? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, thank you so much. Free shipping on orders of $25 or more in the US. You like matte. You know, I feel like a lot of boyfriends or husbands or males in general like matte. The texture is, oh my gosh, it is so great. It makes a lot of sense why they call it velveteen matte. I have clients that try matte for the first time and they sit there and they're like, oh, I love the way my nail feels. And they're just sit there and pet their fingers like the whole time. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know that we're all in a weird place right now. Again, my code is at the bottom of the screen, but it's also here. My Instagram is NAILGASMS, and so is my code. So it is super easy to remember. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I know somebody had a question in regards to the stands. I will be posting the list of the items that I have used that I got from LUXA. And there's also a link in my bio if you want to go directly to LUXA's page, and my code will automatically be applied for you guys. My boyfriend always wants me to do matte, but personally I hate it on myself. I love it, but not on me. Tell him that you'll do his nails matte and see what he says. Great job and great designs. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your kind words. This was my first time as a guest on the LUXA page, and this was awesome. Thank you so much to LUXA. You guys are amazing, and of course your products are mind-blowing. If anybody had a question in regards to what's on my fingers, which, surprise, I actually did both hands, which is super rare for me. Let me zoom this out. These are crazy. Super simple to do and achieve on your clients or on yourself. I have sirens on my left hand, and I have Sphinx on my right. So if you guys are interested in these as well, let me know. I can make a video on how I did that and post that to my page. But for now, my time has come to an end. And again, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure that you share this with your friends. And if you do recreate these, be sure to tag us and be sure to tag me at NAILGASMS. So I just wanted to say thank you and have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.